Today we're going to unbox Bronze Tiger. Hey everyone, it's Andrew here from CanHammer, and today I got an unboxing for Bronze Tiger. He's one of the newer releases, I guess, at the time I filmed this. I don't know when I'll actually have it up on the channel, because I seem to be slow at that. But yeah, he's one I picked up to sort of shore up my organized crime a bit. So he's a single model, Bronze Tiger, same packaging you're used to for all these, so let's just crack into it. Let's see if we can get this guy out. Yeah, so the card's here. We'll go over that later, but it's one of the cool ones that I like how they're doing this now, how they have all the references on the back, so you don't need to always flip to the book to find out what the model does. Let's see all this parts. What do we got here? So we got the base, one of the newer ones with the brickwork. We got the body, looks like 2 head options, and then his golden fists. So can I zoom in on this guy? Yeah. So detail seems pretty good. Mostly single piece. The hands and head are separate, but at least you're not trying to attach any arms. He's got this sort of lump in the middle for his stand, which kind of sucks, but I guess just the way he's made, it's a bit of a necessity. He's basically just wearing like pajamas. Don't see any real mold lines or crazy flash other than this big piece, so looks like he'll be easy to go together. Then you got his little fists. Looks like one like open palm technique, and the other one sort of in a weird punch pose, I don't know. And then finally, the head options. You can focus? Yeah, there we go. So you can have either the tiger face or maskless with his little square top thing. Haircut. Seems legit. I'll probably go with the bear head just because the tiger looks a little too wonky for me. And it'll probably be easier to paint if I try to quick it up. Although, as I put them together, I might change my mind. But yeah, that's basically it. So, pretty simple model. Doesn't look like it'll be too finicky at all, depending on how. I guess you can't actually see what I'm doing. Depending on how well, like the pieces fit into the gaps for the hands, but looks like they're cast fairly well, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I'll get him put together, but let's check out his card. So here's Bronze Tiger's card. His name is Benjamin Turner. He's rank free agent for anybody. He is Rivals, Brave and the Bold though, so he can't be in those crews. Comes in at reputation 85. Looking at his stat line, he's willpower 7, which is pretty decent for an 85 rep model. Strength 3+, which is really good. Movement 3, attack and defense 5. Special 3 as normal, and endurance 7. So looking at him just based on that stuff, he's already pretty decent and has a fairly, strong defense. Strong stat line, good defense, good attack. He's pretty quick, and that strength 3 is pretty nice. Now, looking at his traits, he has a close combat master, so this allows him to reroll failed hit rolls in close combat. He has counter attack, so for one special and with passive, he can activate this trait, and for the rest of the round, he may make a free strike against any model that attacks him, and he successfully blocks that attack. These take place at the same time and are resolved before the normal sequence of play resumes. So basically it happens before he gets the damage put on him if any attacks go through, I would suppose. Following that, he's a martial artist. So that just means he does not lose defense for being outnumbered. He's a martial expert, so that means he gets a critical hit on a 4, 5, or 6, not just a natural 6. He has a new ability, I believe, called offensive defense. Sorry. This model may spend its defense counters during the activation as attack counters. Now, this is really nice. It means potentially you can dump all of his willpower into attack, so that's 7 rerolling to hit close combat attacks at strength 3. Very nice. He has reinforced gloves, so his unarmed attacks do deal 2 stun apiece. Takedown, which is pretty big. So for one special, this model makes another model KO. He can spend that special, and it really makes the target a casualty. So even though he is doing stun damage, he basically has his own innate ability to remove models from the game as casualties, which is nice, especially considering how well this guy is in close combat. He's going to be able to take down a lot of threats. And the professional, this model scores 1 additional VP when removing models from the game as casualty for leaders, sidekicks, and free agents. So you can't rack up a ton of extra points taking out henchmen, which this guy really excels at, but he does get extra bonus points for taking out everything else. So pretty nice. I kind of dig this guy. I think I said during the unboxing portion of this video that I did pick him up to sort of supplement my organized crime crew. And I think this guy fits in perfectly. He's not very expensive rep-wise, but just brings a lot to the table in terms of like offensive output in close combat. I tend to run sort of gunline lists with my organized crime, so this guy just fits in perfectly. You know, he's not costing me any extra funding, and he's really just a solid close combat guy, able to go up against henchmen or some of those beefier, close combat oriented, I guess like hero level characters. Maybe not so much someone like Batman, even though he does have rerolls to hit, but like, you know, those mid-tier fighty guys. I think this guy's really solid, and having that ability to take models out of the game is just super great to have. Not very many things have an ability like that, so very handy. I guess with that, let's check him out, what I've done with my paint jobs. Alright, so here's my bronze tiger. I went with sort of like a different look for him. I gave him like a black suit, so he's more ninja-like, but then still has like those tiger elements. I went with the normal face just because I wanted him to look, I don't know, I think the tiger head looks a little too goofy for my purposes. Let's see if I can get a good shot on the face. When I was painting him though, like, you can see on camera just how he's picking up all light. He's really glossy, and that happened after I gave him sort of a wash, so I don't know what's going on with like my Agrax Earthshade wash, but every time I use it now, it becomes really, like everything I paint becomes really shiny like this. Even though I've hit him with like 2 coats of dull coat now, it's still like super shiny, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe I have to get a new pot. But yeah, I kind of dig him. He's going to probably see a lot of use in my organized crime crews just because of how cheap he is for what you get. It's pretty wicked. So I expect good things from him. Although I guess that also does put a big target on his head for my opponent because he is so useful. But other than the shiniest on them all, I'm happy with how he came out. Hard to get like a good shot on him because even when I get the light on him, he just fucking shines. I don't know what's going on here. So if you guys have any suggestions to fix that shine, or maybe I should just get a new pot of Agrax Earthshade, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that's basically it. That's all I've done for him. Nothing too crazy. Didn't go with the tiger head because, again, like I said, it's a little too funny looking. But yeah, so that's Bronze Tiger. So with that, I guess we'll wrap it up here. If you like what you see, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're always posting stuff there. Also, we've started a Batman Miniatures game podcast, the Rogues Gallery. So if you want to listen to that, you can check that out. There'll be a description or a link in the description below for where you can listen to that. I guess with that, we'll wrap it up here, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.